Hi everyone, my name is Jungwook Lee, and I'm a junior at Johns Hopkins University majoring in molecular and cellular biology on the pre-med track. I'm from South Korea. My academic interests mainly center on gene regulation, RNA biology, and how molecular mechanisms ultimately influence development and disease. I've been especially interested in how small RNAs, including microRNAs and siRNAs, and RNA binding proteins, RBPs, can control timing and identity in organisms. The project I'm presenting focuses on the role of SAY1 in regulating LED7 and C. elegans, specifically examining how different domains of the protein contribute to its function. I was drawn to this project because I wanted hands-on experience in a research environment where I could connect concepts from class like gene regulation and RNA function to real biological systems. I wanted an opportunity to directly apply the knowledge I often see in textbooks. Working in Dr. Kim's lab gave me the opportunity to explore those interests more deeply. To get involved in this research, I reached out to this lab and connected with mentors, gradually learning techniques such as CRISPR editing, fluorescence, imaging, PCR, Western blotting, and more. These resources and mentorship were really important in helping me get started and grow in the lab. One of the biggest challenges I faced was troubleshooting experiments and interpreting data that did not always behave as expected. Especially there was a time during the summer when the PCR did not work for my colleagues and me. Thus, I had to use my problem-solving skills to rule out possibilities to identify the source of errors. I ended up finding the problem and have been able to successfully proceed with PCR ever since. Not only that, but I faced multiple challenges throughout this project. I was unable to perform Western blotting properly or to properly prep for the phenotypic assay, leading to faulty datasets. However, these failures and mistakes turned out to be lessons at the end of the day. I learned from my mistakes, and this helped me master my skills to another level. At the same time, the most surprising parts of this experience were realizing how much iteration is involved in research. One mistake does not matter as much there are numerous attempts. One mistake of one try is crucial. However, one mistake in 1,000 tries has minimal impact and likely won't matter. Progress isn't always linear, and much learning happens through mistakes and revisions rather than immediate success. This project has contributed a lot to my personal and professional goals. It strengthened my ability to think critically, communicate scientific ideas, and remain persistent in the face of challenges. It also reinforced my interest in pursuing a career in medicine, where I hope to integrate research with patient care. Working on this project has definitely prepared me for what comes next after JHU. It's it has helped me become more independent, more comfortable with uncertainty, and more confident in approaching complex problems. For students who are interested in following a similar path, my biggest advice would be to start early, ask questions, and not be afraid of not knowing everything at the beginning. Research is really about learning how to learn, and being open to that process is what matters the most. Thank you for listening.